Okay, gonna continue our save on a Legionary's life. We're in part 3 here. Gotta get our shield and our javelin above 50. Kind of the way that works here is above 6, I think like 0 to 40 is amateur. Amateur. 40 to, 60 is intermediate, and 60 above you get into the, levels of expert. I think one of these tells us. Yes, yes, yes. One of these tells us. Here we go. 1 is completely clueless. 8 denotes a character who has no real practice. 29 is a mediocre amateur. 50 is the average professional who fights for a living and is good enough to survive quite a while. That's for us. 71 delineates excellence, a rare level of skill that is way above the average professional. 92 means that one is among the best living practitioners of a skill, if not the best. So we need to get 50. And a lot of other things that really factor into. So let's work on that, and we can do that by going training and turning our sparring focus to shield when we. So we're still not sword and shield, shield, javelin, javelin. A slave bumps into you and falls, dropping his load. Kick him for his clumsiness. Now, if we would have had better intelligence or something would have happened there. But I'm not the one to write down Excel spreadsheets of what the values are when I get certain events. I have no desire to do that in any game ever, really. So I don't play real-time strategies. Or not real-time strategies. That's why I don't play RPGs or anything like that. I can't keep the string going. Like, I can't even talk in complete sentences when I'm doing something else, Talented weaponsmith. He makes individualized swords for a reasonable price. We're not going to bother because we can get better swords elsewhere. We're going to hang around, take some of the stress off, and back to training. Sword and shield. We'll take some morale loss. Where's our morale at? Content. I would like some more health. Constitution. Strengths. Okay, back to food gathering. We need to stay off the mountains this time. And so we'll just probably take an ambush here. Yeah, there you go. Straight into an ambush. Wow, defenses, quickness, coordination, and awareness. Quickness, coordination, and awareness. Okay. But we didn't take any damage. And we didn't even have to fight that one. We'll hunt. Good, our hunting is good. And I apologize for skipping through so many of these. I just have seen them a bunch, and we can always pause and look at them. Lots of fishing. And those are random. We can't know where those are going to come in at. Collect. Hail of stones. We'll try and capture them, avoiding bloodshed again. Nothing. Oh, I should have recognized that. Okay. I gotta go through this again, just killing peasants. Alright, gotta kill all these peasants. Really is a shame we can't, I don't know, find a different way to do this, which I guess is the whole point of that screen I was just on before. This wasn't it. Come on, peasants. Gotta be getting some more damage then. There we go. Let's put this behind us. Thank you, sir. And let's move along. Let's move along. If you would have given me your supplies, wouldn't be a big deal. Fish. Excellent. Alright, let's go home. Now, I'll take the ambush. I'm not going to run out of time because these mountains will eat your time up. There we go. Boom. Boom. Looking good. And our morale's low. I'll increase a little. It's fine. How much is a little? Content? Okay. Alright. We don't want low morale. Third spring in this land so far. Rome is in control of most of eastern Hispania. Your progress has been admirable, but the war is still far from over. The departure of Hasdrubal Barca and the remnants of his army brought some relief, but the Carthaginians have not been sitting around this time. According to the latest reports from the west, a new general named Hanno is raising an army, recruiting Celt volunteers after bringing reinforcements from his homeland. Your legion is attached to a 10,000-strong army under the orders of M. Silanus, one of Scipio's legates, and sent west to cope with this new threat. Okay. Time is of the essence, and your forced march is almost beyond tolerable limits. During this time, you're not only pulling your own weight, you're also a constant source of encouragement for your companions. With the invaluable help of some Celtian deserters, you eventually come close to the enemy position. When news of what's ahead starts spreading, you learn that there's two enemy camps, one composed of Celtan volunteers and the other of Carthaginians. The first one seems to be much less defended and an ideal point of attack, but Silanus wants to play it safe and is preparing more scouting teams. Now, we have intellect, awareness. No, we will stay behind. We are not prepped for this. But if you would like to see what happens, let's go. Let's volunteer. All right, here we go. He knows the ground well and lets you approach with minimal risk. You are very close, but we have to cross a stretch of land with poor cover in order to get a better look. Let's take the risk. Heart pounding, you try to move quickly and silently. So, awareness 59. Quickness 66. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, we got it. Quickness, coordination, and awareness. We passed them. You make it safely to the other side. You carefully commit to memory every detail about the weak links in the defenses, as well as the best approach. Judging by the number of tents, you see that there's less than 10,000. No more than half are Scutari, heavy infantrymen. Great. Awareness and intellect have increased. When you are satisfied, you signal that the others can go back. You are about 1 mile from the camp. A gentle breeze is stirring the vegetation all around you. For a moment, you think you've heard something, but it's probably just the wind. Shame. After a while, you reach the valley where the bulk of your army is hidden and report what you've learned. Everything is ready now. It's time to approach the enemy and get prepared for the onslaught. The irregular ground offers plenty of cover. You are not very distant when it finally comes into sight. The defenders have just started pouring out of the camp. They are still too late, but you are expecting a slower response. The ground is very difficult here, and it's disrupting your formation. Like many others, you become separated from Maniple while passing through a patch of undergrowth. An enemy vanguard reaches you right at this time, and many duels spark off. Here we go. We're going to anticipate him with our own javelin. Your missile falls wide. You pair for hit and for hit. All right. And we miss ours. And let's see if we can hit him in the torso. And we miss. All right. Well, let's dance down this path together, my friend. There we go. There's a recover. We'll recover. Ouchies. Very good, sir. Thank you. Your maniple quickly reforms, prepares to meet a second wave. The Carthaginian light infantry is rushing in. Here we go. Let's close in. Ah! Wow. Let's recover. And let's recover again. Quick feint. Let's recover. There we go. Nope. Start chopping. There we go. And that's why I just Torso such a reliable. Ouchies. Such a reliable place to hit. I could do with not getting this low in health, please. Well, I didn't change my stance. Come on, put him down. Oh! They're gonna put me down. Oh no. Nice. After a brief lull in the fighting, so we're gonna rotate around. We're not gonna heal at all. So we're down below half health. What is that? Constitution 63, so we're at 30 something health. We can get 2-shot right now, right about. Another inexperienced. So we need to go back to what we know. Let's feint. There we go. Shield bash him. Missed. Oh man, we are not doing so hot today. Okay. Just ignore everything and go for the torso. Nope. Yikes. He's getting -7s and something, but he can go -20 real fast and just put us down. So we are well within 1-shot territory. Right, because we could 1-shot him right now. We're lower than he is. 16 and 20 would have killed him. There we go. And I could change my whole defense, play style right here, defensive. But that was, so he has a chest breastplate, so let's play a little bit cleaner against him here. And we will not play that clean. Here we go. See, -13. Feint. Recover. Eventually, the enemy formation starts breaking apart. Very soon, panic spreads as their wavering turns into a rout. Alright, we escaped with the absolute hair on our chinny chin chin. What remains of the enemy scatters before your advance. Your army occupies the first enemy camp and captures Hanno himself. Meanwhile, the Carthaginians have left the other base, withdrawing to the safety of their cities in the west. It may look like a small victory, but your early intervention prevented a far greater danger from arising. Alright, increased by 222, 6 overall, plus another 3. Very good. Constitution, we need our constitution up. A soldier asleep at his guard post. It's a very serious matter. Such misconduct is punishable by death. Boy, do I have a funny story about that. When Tyrrhius is so desperate, he's offering you 100 denarii to forget about the incident. It's more than a year's wage for him after expenses. You look at the witnesses accompanying you. Both are suddenly busy staring at the ground. Cool. So one thing we don't do is play death, especially when you're in control of another man's life. You can't do that, especially because it'll breed resentment, and you just can't do it, right? Have him court-martialed, refuse the bribe, but give him another chance, or take the bribe, and give him another chance. So we're gonna refuse the bribe, but give him another chance, and I think that it's always the choice really I've picked, because men are your most valuable resource when you look at it correctly. A sword certainly won't swing itself. You make it very clear that if something like this happens again, you'll be the first in line to beat him to death. Alright. He thanks you for sparing him. Your witnesses look relieved. They weren't eager to send one of their own to death either. That's right. That's why the term fragging, I don't know if it got invented during World War I, but boy, it came about during World War I. Them officers. Here we go. Alright, we're going to forage again. So he stacks. We can try and find where the big one is. So here's one, but where's that fishing? Ah, so it's not always the same. That's something I have wondered. It's not always the same everywhere. So now we've wasted quite a bit of time collecting these half sacks. There's the full one. We're gonna have to go through these trees. Mountains of, so 1, 2, yeah, it's worth it to go through there this time. And let's go home. Home is where we sleep. Alright. Bam. Bam! Love it. Alright, Constitution has increased. Got it a couple times now. 65 up from 62 or 63, I think. Endurance, quickness, strength. Alright. And training, javelin. Something is causing a stir. Actually, you're sure you've heard a cheer, a jubilation. Big news from Rome. Hasbridul's Barca's army, which crossed the Pyrenees last year after escaping you, was finally intercepted by 2 consular armies. His army was annihilated, and Hasbridul died fighting alongside his men. Alright. Morale's increased by 5. Our javelin, it's above 50. We need some shield work. You're so well liked, you'll always be able to find a worthy, so let's go best. Judging by the way everyone's shunning you. Yeah, we don't have enough opinion. Okay, so our shield skill is 51. Now, I don't think that is like a big, giant tick from, 49 to 50 to 50. I just, we're at where we should be as a soldier, as a professional soldier. So that's good. We need to relax a little bit. I just kind of go through these wrestling skills. Strength, endurance, quickness. He's no taller than average, but he's built like a boar. Let's go. The rules are simple. Falls on his back or on his side, steps out of the ring or gives up, you score a point. Punches, kicks, and bites are forbidden. Alright, we are strong. Endurance. Let's push him out straight away. Your direct assault surely took him by surprise. He stops him. Alright, that's a point for us. You have 1 point. What will we do now? Let's try a head-on attack once more. He trips you and you land heavily on your back. Alright, fair enough. Let's try with the standard grip. You grab hold of each other as you try to overturn your opponent. Suddenly, he attempts to lift you. You try to hold on, but he's too strong. The point is Epidus as he tries and casts you upon the ground. Okay, let's go for push him out. Let's see if we can trick him again. No! Bam! Nice. Very cool. I got pushed around. Okay, let's we have good, but this does decrease our stress a little bit, and it random encounter bumps into, and it allows us stuff like this, which gives us increased stats as well. Throw our javelin, and let's go on in. Huge hit. There we go. It should definitely take away some of their stance when you hit them like that, because you just threw a javelin through them. So probably gonna be taken off guard there for a second when that hits them. Close. All right. Javelin. Spark. 10. Move on. Hasbridul Gisco and Mago Barca are leading the remaining armies. They have joined forces set on dealing with you for once and for all. Scipio himself leads whatever forces he has at his disposal to face them. You don't like the rumors you've been hearing. It seems like you're outnumbered by a fair margin. When you come inside of the Punic camp near the town of Olympia, you can see for yourself the reports were not overblown. Your army is busy building its camp across a broad plain that separates you from the Carthaginians. A large cavalry host comes forward from the other side, trying to take you by surprise. To their dismay, they find out that Scipio hid his own cavalry behind his hill. The sudden counterattack stalls the assailants for a while, but the fight is in the balance. Soon your maniple is sent out to back your horsemen up. The cavalry has been slowly taking ground, thanks to your support. As yet another charge brings chaos to both sides, an immediate rider in front of your ranks with the clear intent to provoke an attack. These horsemen are considered among the best in the world. They were key to many of Hannibal's victories in the early years of the war, and all of your compatriots who have met them on the battlefield have learned to respect them. Do not leave the safety of the formation. You stay behind the shield wall, he throws a javelin at you, but is forced to retreat. The skirmish goes on for a long time, but in the end, both sides return to camp. The day has come! The voice of officers giving orders and the sound of marching fills the air. Your maniple takes its position on the battlefield. The legions of Rome and the Italic Allee were in the center, your locals' allies on the wings. Hasbadril Gisco adopted a similar approach, with his heavy infantry in front of you. His elephants stand like towers in front of his Hispanian allies on the wings. You wait in silence. You have to trust your fellow soldiers. You try not to dwell. At sunset, you see a motion ripple through the enemy front. They are not advancing, they are going back to their camp. Soon after, the same order is given to you. The following day, the scene repeats itself, and day after day, the Carthaginians are always deployed first, their heavy infantry in the center, and you follow soon after, mirroring their arrangement. We wonder, but we know what's going on because we're smart. Don't know exactly what it is, though. Alright, we are all awakened sooner than usual. The order is to have breakfast and prepare to march out. Something is off with the position of your legion and the outgoing column. You end up on a wing instead of the center. Things are starting to make sense. Very shrewd. Your cavalry and skirmishers are harassing the Punic camp, forcing Hasbadril Gisco to respond and deploy in a hurry. Both armies are fully positioned. The dust has not settled yet, but you are quite sure you are facing enemy light infantry now rather than their elite heavy troops. This time, there will be no turning back. Alright, here we go. Scipio himself takes command of your wing. You wheel to the right and then turn left. Your three lines have become columns. That's why I'm not attacking as much, is because my morale is just content. There we go. Your maniple loses cohesion for a moment and comes close to disarray. Not very reassuring. Your senior officers quickly regain control, though. Alright, a lot of talking. Dying here. You are now close enough to the Carthaginian left wing. You wheel to the right once more and then turn and face them in your usual formation. Nice, so we did a column left and like a right flank, right flank, so that's pretty cool. Their elephants have been driven away by your skirmishers. Most of the beasts are fleeing towards their center, but one of them has lost its rider and is rushing in your direction. We're going to maintain discipline. What? Sorry about that. Alright, you feel panic spread through the troops. There's nothing you can do. Alright, you rarely felt such relief when you realize the elephant is steering clear of your line. At last, you are ordered to advance. Here we go. Oh, they didn't get breakfast this morning, so poor guys. When the other side's at the right distance, you prepare to hurl your first javelin. We're going to pick off a specific target. Javelin skill 57. You take aim! Yes! They deflect it, but at least we cause some disruption. Morale increased by 1. Here we go. Can we see what our morale is? Content still? Okay. Alright, javelin. Very good. And let's go on to the attack. So I missed. Right back to the torso. Right back to the torso. We're over 50%. There's no need for me to change what we're doing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's get a recovery in there. Thank you very much. Good for you. That will be the second to last thing you do. And thank you very much. Another one, a Catratus. Definitely not the way you say it. Minus 11. Yeah, I think strength is what's supposed to help your damage increase, but it's also based on the swords you have. So I haven't spent any time figuring that out. Very good. Respite. Okay, let's just keep grinding them down here. Wow. Oh, hey, over 50. Let's get them. No, okay. No, forgive me. Forgive me. Don't attack my groin. Hey, back here. doing that noise. Alright. Let's close on in. There we go. There's a big 19. Stop. 18. And nope. Wow. What did you... Wow. 26 to my neck. Okay. Crazy guy. That hurt. That's what I'm saying. This game, you think you're doing great, and this is a pretty low level unit, and I don't have the best armor on and stuff. So, but that's how quickly your run can be over. There we go, and we'll put him down right here. I don't really want anything to do with any more of these guys. Okay. You have weakened them enough. Pinned down by your Hispanian allies in the center, the African infantry can't come to aid of these Catrarii. There's no reason to expose yourself more than necessary. You're ordered to step back and let the Principes take over. Very soon, the wings of the Punic front start to collapse, forcing the unprotected center to follow. Hasdrubal Gisco manages to rally what he can of his fleeing army and form a new defensive line. He has lost too many troops, however, and their morale must be shaky at best. Your army is waiting on the bottom of the hill when the signal to attack comes through. You fairly outnumber the Punics now. This won't take long. The enemy is weak, and there's no reason to put your life at risk. Few would notice if you held back a little. You know, we are half dead. So, in an effort to let's get this playthrough through, we're gonna hold back. Yeah. We don't have the health to be going through this. So they give way, we kill them. We're losing out on some pretty good loot. Yeah, we were under half health. And that next shot did 28 out of 32, and that was when we had a huge advantage over that guy. So most of the local allies deserted the Carthaginians after the battle, and we are in pursuit. We're not even involved as the outnumbered Punics are slaughtered. A few thousand evade the bloodbath. You lay siege and wait. When they surrender, there's no trace of Hasdrubal and Mago. They made their escape, but it matters little. It's over. Carthage's presence in Hispania is all but obliterated. Awesome. 222, 111, and a bronze Armilla. Very cool. You would have been promoted if there was a position available. You'll have to wait for your chance. Hopefully your popularity won't have changed by then. Goodness, well. Alright. A few months later, the last fortress of Gade surrenders without a fight. When you arrived 4 years ago, 3 large armies were keeping Hispania under Carthage's thumb. Now, this land is firmly in the hands of Rome. You embark once again, this time heading home. After such a long time in the army, you can't wait to see your family. And yet, your new life back home is not as you anticipated. Maybe it's your people who are different, or maybe it's just you. You can't shake that feeling that something is amiss now. Scipio is back too. Maybe many Roman citizens regard the young general as a hero after the astounding victory in Hispania, and he is elected consul. After a long debate, Scipio is allowed to carry out his plan to invade Africa, the vast land beyond the sea to the south, dominated by the city of Carthage itself. He's given commands of the legions in Sicilia. They are composed of the survivors of Cannae, confined to the island until the end of the war as a punishment, doomed to a long-lasting exile by someone else's ruinous blunder. The new consul is forbidden to levy any more legionaries, but volunteers are permitted. Enlist! You traveled to Sicilia by sea with Scipio himself and thousands of other volunteers. From there, the consul intends to launch the invasion of Africa that will hopefully end this war once and for all. You join 2 existing legions. However small, your reputation with the consul carries significant weight with your senior officers. Your opinion with the centurions increased by 14. And we're an Optio. Very cool. Very good opinion so far with troop centurions. Consuls above 50%. I think something's gonna happen. 68. Okay. We need to get greaves of some sort. We could upgrade our sword. We have no protection for arm, groin, and leg. Alright, we're also going to stop here for this video, and we will pick up it in the next one. Thanks for watching.